Ooh, I'm gonna drop another gem for y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all a counter trend line break setup. I couldn't help but think about how blessed I am. This is like Stanley Cup galore in here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Camelia, your favorite day trader, and in today's video I'm going to drop another gem for y'all, and I'm going to give y'all a counter trend line break setup, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to apply it to the market. Now, this strategy is to be used in a bearish trend, right? Or I can't even say bearish trend, but it's to be used when you're looking to take a bearish setup. 9 times out of 10, this setup is followed by a bullish trend. So you are looking at a bullish trend in front of your eyes, and you're basically waiting for that bullish trend to turn bearish. I'm gonna pull up the charts, and I'm gonna show you guys how to apply this to your trading. And this particular setup is called a counter trend line break. Hopefully I can get it to come across the screen like that. When I tell y'all this strategy has made me so much money, it's so simple, it's so easy. You see this setup happen all the time. The only hard part is being disciplined to wait to see your confirmation. Let's just dive into the charts. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. Target needs to sponsor me because I'm totally rocking this sweatshirt. Before I hop into the video, I'm gonna take you guys with me because I think you guys really like the vlog style of videos that I've been doing. So I'm gonna take y'all with me to run a few errands. I'm gonna grab me something to eat, and then we're gonna come back and then get on the charts, and I'm gonna show you guys this counter trend line break strategy. Come on, let's get a little day in the life in there, and then let's do some work and hop on the charts. All right, so let's go. So I'm out eating finally. I'm at this cute little bar pub place that I found. Here's the menu. It's really, really cute. Probably gonna just grab something to eat and drink, and then see where the night takes us. What's up, y'all? It's a new day. It's December 23rd, and I'm actually out Christmas shopping. And I decided to pull out my camera. I'm gonna bring y'all with me because, yeah, why not? I'm gonna do some shopping today. Again, I just left Target. I think I'm gonna go to Costco. Oh crap, I almost locked my keys in the car. Luckily, my car does not let me lock my keys in the car because I definitely put my keys in the trunk. But yeah, I'm leaving Target and I'm gonna make a few stops. I'm gonna get my nails done too. I'm gonna just take you guys with me. So let's go. Alright, y'all, so I just left Costco, scored 2 more gifts. It is so crazy out here. Like, the traffic, the holiday traffic is just absolutely insane, y'all. Hopefully I don't have to be in this mess for too long, but Costco's done. I was in and out. Now I think I'm actually done with all of my Christmas shopping, to be honest. Now I'm gonna get my nails done and hopefully something to eat. Oh crap, I have to go to TJ Maxx. Let's go to TJ Maxx, and that's it. Because I know this line in TJ Maxx is about to be insane. Okay, y'all, so I'm on to store number 3. And what's crazy is as I was sitting in this crazy traffic, I just couldn't help but think about how blessed I am to be able to even be out here shopping for my family, you know, shopping for people that I love, and giving them, you know, the best Christmas I possibly can. I just feel like I'm just super, super blessed. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. So let's continue shopping. I'm about to go to the beauty supply store first, and then I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx. Let's go. Finish at the nail salon. Perfect. Y'all will not believe that I'm still out shopping. Look how cute these Stanley Cups are. Like, this is like Stanley Cup galore in here. I'm in Dick's. Look how cute this cup is. 40 ounce or 30 ounce? 40's given I drink a lot of water, but is it too big? Or should I do the 30? I'm going to show you guys a few examples of how you can use a counter trend line break strategy. So I'm going to share my screen and pull up my charts. I'm going to give a couple examples so that way you guys can go back test, find these same type of scenarios and apply them to your charts and see how to work out for you. Alright, so I'm sharing my screen here, and I'm going to do a few bar replays on a couple of setups that I've actually taken myself and some that I've just found while I was just back testing and looking at how often a counter trend line break setup happens. So I'm going to start from scratch here, and as you can see, price has been moving in a downtrend for the most part. I am on the 5-minute time frame. Now, this strategy works on any time frame. I personally like trading on the 5-minute time frame. That's just a personal preference. I am a scalper. You all, everything that I show you guys, you can apply it to any time frame you would like. The only thing is, once you're applying it to a time frame, you should be staying on that time frame, and you're taking it solely based off of what you're seeing from that time frame. Okay, because with these counter trend setups, I'm only looking for a 1-to-1. I will hold runners and leave a runner, but when it comes to closing my position, I always secure something at a 1-to-1, and then I let the rest run and see where it goes from there. So looking at this chart here, as you guys can see, price in general is in a nice bearish trend coming down. And so if I'm telling myself I want to participate in a bearish, oh wait, crap. If I'm telling myself I want to participate in a bearish trend, right? Price has been trending down bearish, and then all of a sudden we found a bottom here, right? And then price started trading up. So one or two things could be happening here. The trend could be stopping and we could be going for a full-blown reversal, or price could just be pulling back as it always likes to do. So first things first, I always mark up my support and resistance zones whenever I'm on the chart. That's the first thing I like to see is, can I find resistance? I see prices moving up to the top. Where does it seem like price is having a hard time breaking through? So obviously right here, there's some sort of resistance in this area. Okay, if I were to drag this out, it matches up with the previous resistance on this side as well. So I can see that price is in a nice little range here because I have my support and then I have my resistance. One touch here at the bottom, I'm sorry, and then we have a couple touches here at the top. So I can see that there's a clear resistance, but my support isn't as clear. So I see prices just simply trailing its way up to the top of this area, and there I can see, okay, price is obviously respecting some sort of trend line. We only have about 3 touches on this trend line, but it is a trend line, right? So you can see price is bouncing off of this trend line. Let me bring out my circle tool, and every time price comes to the trend line, we bounce off of it. Almost 4 touches here actually, right? So if I was approaching the market, I could tell myself, okay, if I'm not really interested in buys because price, has been selling, so taking buys would be considered counter trend. But in this short-term buy, I want to see if price will ever break this trend line for me to take a sell back down to the bottom of this range here, because again, we're range bound. So I want to see if we're going to stay inside of this range. If you guys saw my support and resistance video, finding a trend line in the midst of a range can really help you with trading, not only support and resistance, but kind of guiding you as to knowing when price wants to reverse, when price is actually rejecting that area. So I want to see if price comes back down to this trend line, and when it does, is it going to bounce off of the trend line, or will we break the trend line? And I'm not interested in taking any positions until price breaks this trend line. If it never breaks the trend line, then my setup just never presented itself. So I'm gonna bar replay this. Let's speed it up a little bit just to see what the market is doing. Why is it moving so slow? Oh, it's not going. All right. So I see prices came down to my trend line, and we're just kind of bouncing off of it. Again, I want to see a clean break of the trend line where it's a full body candle that is breaking the trend line here. And as you can see, price is respecting that resistance. There's a clear resistance here. So now, and for me, that's a double confluence. I have resistance here where price is breaking the resistance. I have a trend line here that price could potentially break. So if we respect resistance and we break this trend line, that's double confirmation that price should come back down to the bottom of this range. But in order for me to take that sell, I need to see a strong break. For me, this is not strong enough. I want to see a strong full body candle close below my trend line. So we're just going to wait for that. And I'm finally almost, not quite. Now that I like. We got a full body close outside the trend line. We're rejecting the resistance. Something like this, I'm super confident in going all in. So let's say I take short somewhere around here, stop loss above this range, and I want to go for a 1-to-1. Let's see if this will play out. And just almost immediately, right to TP, right? Once price gets to TP, I like to start with 2 contracts, close 1 contract and leave 1 running. But that's all she wrote. So that's a great example of just a simple counter trend line break, waiting to see price break the trend line, and you can go ahead and take that sell, right? And let's see if it actually ends up running. And it looks like it tried to, yeah, we actually ended up kind of running there. Look at that. That's actually beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful setup. All right, so here's another example of another counter trend line break. Same idea, right? Let's see how the market has previously been trending. And to be honest, it looks like we're kind of consolidated. We're just trading sideways here. If you look at the big picture, you got your resistance, you got your supports here. So we're just kind of consolidating in this area. So when price is trading within a range and price is moving up, you can easily draw up a trend line here. This is actually a really steep trend line, to be honest. Steep trend line. And then you can just tell yourself, hey, I'm just going to sit on my hands as price is trailing up along the trend line. And as soon as price decides to break that trend line, I will be interested in taking sales. 5-minute time frame. Let's play it and see if we can get a nice strong break. I want to see a strong break. As long as we're trailing, I like that. See how we got a strong break outside that trend line? Look at every other candle on this trend line. No other candle looks like that. Why would I not be confident in taking a short position here? Stop loss. Always go for a 1-to-1 as my first target, and then I leave a runner if price wants to go farther, right? When it comes to my stop loss, I'm going to use current candle. You can use up here, doesn't matter, but I'm going to use this previous candle here. I'm sorry. And then let's see what happens. So we're going to play it. And literally, again, almost immediately, price comes right down to our target. And then let's see if a runner actually presents itself. And price came back to our break even. I'm going to show you guys one more example. We have price here trailing up bullish, right? Following a sell. Let's see, were we selling before? We're just trailing up bullish here, right? We're trailing up bullish, we're trailing up bullish. We have a bullish trend here. Price is just trailing up bullish. And as you can see the trend line before you even draw it. You can see how price is just respecting this trend line. Look at how many times the market touches. You got to kind of adjust and get as many touches in there as you can. I'm going to zoom it in here. Circle tool, look at this. We have a touch here, 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 right? So this is a very, very solid trend line in my opinion because we have so many touches at the trend line. It's beautiful. So what I want to do is I don't want to participate in the buys. I want to participate when price counter trends the trend. Okay, so let's hit play. Oh, it happened so quick. See how we got a clean break outside the trend line? Have you seen that anywhere along this trend line? No. So since we have a clean break here, I do like sales here. I'm confident enough to take a short. Stop loss above the area. All depends on your particular risk. So I can put my stop loss here. And then let's try to go for a 1-to-1 and see how things play out. So 1-to-1, right? Nice 1-to-1 here, leaving a runner if possible. So let's play it. Ooh. We actually got stopped out on this one. So this is a great example of how the counter trend line breaks don't always work. Wow, okay. So we got stopped out on that position. Cool deal. Now, let's use this as a real life scenario. So if we got stopped out in this position, let's say we wanted to take another setup. What would I do in this situation? Because what it looks like to me is that this trend line is still being respected. We just kind of got faked out and price came back on top of the trend line. So Now I'm going to kind of reanalyze this and implement my support and resistance as well, because I'm going to mark up some zones here. I see we had resistance here, and price is now broke out on top of the resistance, and then we also have support here. So we have a range. So you have a little bit of confluence here that's kind of getting misread, if that makes sense. So we're trending up bullish. We have resistance here. Price broke the trend line, and we actually respected the support here. We ended up respecting support and coming back up to the top of this range. So if price keeps continuing on buying, then whatever, there's no sells here. But I want to see if price will actually come back into this range, because now we have a range in confluence with the trend line. So if price comes back into this range and we can break this support, actually let's just see if it comes back in. Let me slow it down because I don't want to miss it. Let's see what happens if we come back. See how we're trying to come back into the range? Oh yeah, I like that. So you see how price is coming back into the range? So now I'm mixing up both entry strategies together. So we have our support and resistance entry strategy, and we have our counter trend line break entry strategy. The first entry failed us right here, right? We created a support. So now that I have support, now I'm going to move my trend line just to see if I can readjust it. Can it be readjusted? And it can. So I'm readjusting my trend line, right? And I still got the same touches, and I'm including that new touch, right? So since the first time I did the counter trend line and it failed, I'm not going to take this one because now I'm kind of on edge. I don't trust it that much. But what would give me even more confidence is if we broken the trend line, that's one check. But if we can break and close below this support, that'll give me even double confluence on this setup. So I would definitely be interested in trying this setup again, because I have more confluence on this go around if we close below this support than I did on this last one. So let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Y'all see how we broke that? Definitely would have got in somewhere short in this area. Stop loss. It's going to be a lot wider. Okay? Going only for a 1-to-1. Let's be real. Only going for a 1-to-1. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit because my entry, who knows where my entry would have been, but let's try to go for a 1-to-1, maybe a 1-to-2, and let's see what happens in this trade. Speed it up a little bit. Yeah, price actually ended up pushing down nicely here. Oh, now she's stalling me out, y'all. Look at the time, though. Look at the time. This is in the middle of the night. But the trade should still play out. It should still play out. There's just no volume, obviously. See me, I'm not ever holding a trade overnight like this. I'm telling you. I would have just took my win here, but let's just see if the whole TP plays out. And there you go. That's the trade. All this from a counter trend line setup with a mix of support and resistance. I really like those setups, and I hope you all took notes and you really paid attention to the new gem that I just dropped for you guys, because what I want y'all to understand is everything that I'm showing y'all, these are individual strategies to take on the market. And whenever you see certain things present itself, you gotta kind of go dig in your toolbox and say, okay, boom, this is the tool I need for this particular setup. So when it comes to a bullish trend that's kind of nicely trending bullish in a nice slanted motion on the 5-minute time frame, draw your trend line there and just wait for it to break, catch a 1-to-1, and that's all she wrote. So if you're disciplined, you follow your rules, you trust your TP, you trust your stop loss, you guys are going to make a lot of money next year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one.